there is a greater me on the inside of me. The phrase, there's a greater you on the inside of you, means being above normal, understanding your worth, and being confident in knowing who you are. But the first person who has to realize that there's a greater you on the inside of you is you. In life, we all go through stages of the good, the bad, and the ugly, which leads us to our purpose and promise. UTCM is a platform where you get to share your story and your truth of unmasking moments that allows you to embrace all stages in your life. UTCM looks forward to many people being able to unmask, uncover, and unveil themselves on the podcast. Thank you for watching and joining us. Hey, everybody. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Woo! Everybody, good evening. It's a solo episode with yours truly. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of UTCM, Unmasking the Cover Me season 4. Yes. And today I'm solo dolo. Yeah. I kind of got home late from work, so I really wasn't able to kind of like change up. And I said, you know what, Naisha, you just gonna go on, just gonna show up, cause we out here. Yeah, it's been a minute since I did a solo episode. I think the last time I did one, I think was like in March or April. I can't remember right now. But it has been a minute since I've been solo by myself. And I'm not even gonna front. I was kind of like going back and forth with myself, like, and I think I mentioned this before on one of my the last time when I had did the solo episode, like, oh, you know what? They won't know if I don't come on, right? And I had to remind myself, or no, maybe Holy Spirit reminded me, like, remember, it's not about, you know, who's going to be watching, or they won't know that you're not going to come on. It's you. Remember, again, you're supposed to be showing up for you, which is why I felt like my title to my episode is befitting for me, right? So, you know, my intentional yes, meaning that, and I had to really lately I had to take it back to basics, and I think it was just really like this past week, like probably like in the last past 2 days of just having like the revelation of, you know what I'm saying, continuing to put action behind my yes. That is what that was always my saying, like when I first started in 2021, UTCM, it was like, you know, I'm going to put, you know, action behind my yes. Right. And my yes was given to God, right? That I was going to, he was going to allow me to birth this podcast, and then I was going to nurture it. You know, so I'm 4 years old right now. Right. So I'm still in the learning stages. And it's been a bit challenging. I'm not even going right. It's been a bit challenging. If you have not seen that movie Inside Out 2, I don't care if you're an adult. I'm gonna need you to go and see that movie, because baby, I didn't even realize that I was operating from a spirit of kind of like anxiety, like all over the place, always like focusing future forward, like what ifs, and this is gonna go bad, and that's gonna like it. Yeah, so anxiety is one of the feelings that resonated with me so strongly on Inside Out 2. So if you have not seen that movie, you should actually watch Inside Out 1 first, and then watch and then go see Inside Out 2. It is very relatable. I feel like adults can really relate to all those emotions and feelings that we don't really necessarily know how to, I guess, like even talk about. Sometimes don't even want to really feel. right? Because we so good at stuffing, especially my generation, we so good at stuffing and packing away that it's not even funny. But where I feel like we are learning to kind of understand that Dr. Anita Phillips says this a lot, like in all her sermons. She always says that, no emotion is a sin, right? And that's what I'm learning, but I'm trying to understand it a little bit more because that was not always my thought process. So now I have to unlearn what I have learned, which is challenging, you know what I'm saying, in itself. So yeah, so I decided, to come on to really show up for me, tonight because I wasn't going to, and I feel like I'm about to get emotional right now, and that's okay. I'm learning that I'm no longer gonna apologize for any emotion that I may feel. It doesn't really matter to me who's uncomfortable anymore. Because when you are, when you become emotional, or you get those butterflies, right, that's showing true passion, right? And I continue to show up for Naisha. So yeah, it's been really rough, y'all. It really has. And this platform is called Unmasking the Cover Me, right? So um yeah, it's been a little challenging, but I just continue to put one foot in front of the other, like literally. It's like I actually feel like, how like when a baby is learning to walk. So I'm 4 years old, right? Like that's what I keep equating it to, right? Like I am the age 4 because I've been doing this for 4 years now, right? Oh, good thing I got my tissue. Your girl ready, okay? Period. I ain't have to use this in a minute, but tonight is the night. I'm 4 years old, so I'm still learning and I'm still growing, which is okay. Right. So I'm no longer gonna beat myself up anymore about feeling an emotion or even making a mistake. Like, yeah, nope, didn't get that right. So and just being very intentional about what I'm doing with living through my purpose. Right. So I mean, I have a couple of. I want to give some giveaways too tonight before I just got all deep and emotional, y'all. Again, it's okay, and I got more lashes, so I could cry these one. I could cry them off, I'm good. I'm good. But so I couldn't find. I remember like a few months ago. No, not a few months ago. Probably like maybe last month or the month before last. I remember writing in my journal, and literally I'm like I was like feeling like kind of like emotional and like just like a little heavy, and it goes up and down for me. Like it really, like sometimes I could be like 2 days 3 days heavy, and then I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying, like, all right, I'm still moving through the heaviness, but I still feel like that heavy feeling, right? So I remember writing in my journal about literally being a butterfly, right? Because I feel like in some sense that I have blossomed, right? I've transformed from the caterpillar to, the butterfly. And in some ways I have been, moving and doing different things. But then I feel like I'm this butterfly and I'm actually trapped in a spider web, right? Which I then equate that to being paralyzed, right? Because I literally can't, like, I'm trying to move, but I can't because I'm stuck in my own ways, in my own thoughts, and trying to deprogram myself, right? So, and I didn't even think that was a thing. And I'm like, because y'all know Google's my best friend. I went on Google, and sure enough, it had a picture of literally of a spider in a butterfly in a spider web, and I was like, wow, this is really how I feel. So then I took it a little step further, and I went on YouTube, and I found just a little clip, right? So I just want to kind of show y'all kind of like what I've been feeling like a little bit, right? And tonight I feel like tonight is actually the moment when I was able to like take myself out of the web, right? Me showing up tonight was me being able to free myself from this spider web, right? And I'm just going to continue to tap in and do what's necessary, really for me, for UTCM, and as my brother Darrell always says, is you know, being obedient the first time, which is challenging, but I'm up for the challenge. I am. I'm up for the challenge. But I want to share this video. It's a real short clip too. So let me just show y'all. Here we go. Right? Literally. That's literally that's literally me. Naisha, I'm I'm moving. I'm doing certain things. I'm doing certain things, but then I'm still feeling a little I'm still feeling a little trapped. Especially and I don't know why I feel like I need to share this right now, but I know the biggest thing for me is being fearful of like finances and that always being like a top tier issue. Like, oh, it can't get done because I don't have finances. So, oh, scratch it off, right? Like, and not even sometimes not even like writing it down, right? So I'm learning that too, like, you got to practice what you preach, Naisha. So that's why we got to go back to the basics, because I've been listening to, my other seasons as well, like rewatching myself right through this unmasking journey. And there have been a lot of things that I've said, right, and that I started doing and then I stopped. And it's just but I understand now that like it's okay that maybe I have not that I've stopped, that I didn't get, that I missed it, that I didn't get it right. Like it really is okay, right? Because but it's for you to acknowledge, and it's for me to acknowledge. I'm gonna keep talking about me because this is really, again, this episode is for me tonight. So it's really for me to acknowledge that, all right, Naisha, you fell down, but now it's time to get back up, right? Like you fighting, you fighting. Like, come on, get out of that web. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I may not run into another web, right? But now I probably won't have to stay as long. I won't stay as long in that web, right? Because of this time around, like learning from me being in the web the first time, right? It's always like a life lesson learned. Like you learn, okay, I'm not going to do that again, right? Like it's just lessons, life lessons, right? So yeah, this episode I feel like is a little special to me, and it's more just like laid back and really like chill and take my time. I noticed too about me, like I would rush through, like especially the solo episodes, right? Or even like if I go on live or jump on live, like I'm like kind of like moving fast, and people may not notice it, but I know what I'm doing, right? Because I'm internalizing everything that's happening around me, and it's like, now you should take your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, take your time. It's no rush. Like, pause, breathe, chill. So I noticed I even have to tell myself, like, Naisha, breathe. When something is coming up, I'm like, all right, Naisha, breathe, pause, pump your brakes. Cause I'm telling y'all gotta see the movie Inside Out 2. Inside Out 2, that emotion, anxiety, I'm telling you, I had no idea. I had no idea that I was operating that way. So I didn't realize that I'm anxious. I'm anxious. Right. So now I try to tell myself, like, Naisha, breathe. You know, I make my phone call. I call Pastor Lavelle. I call my husband Steve. I'll call my bestie. I got my sister circle. Right. Like, so I have, my accountability people. Of course I'll call my spiritual dad too as well. So yeah, I'm just like, I just want to chill. Right. Like I really, and I don't want to hold on to stuff no more either. Like I've been sharing, last night, it's a little fresh, and I won't go into details, right? Because it was a family, it was something dealing with, you know, Steve, my husband, and my oldest son, Nasir. We had to come together and really sit down. But if this was even last year, I don't even know if we would have been able to sit down like we did. And I'm like, I always tell Steve, I say, this platform is unmasking the covered me, right? And I create a space for myself and other people to be able to unmask, uncover, and unveil, right? But my household, we have to be the first partakers of unmasking ourselves, right? So even we are going through the journey, right? And just learning to kind of like, all right, let's pump our brakes. Let's kind of talk this out, right? Like just creating a safe space for all of us to just be honest, right? Like that's what it's all about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we're in relationship. We live together. We gotta live together. You know what I'm saying? And straight up, I'm like, I do not want to be in a toxic environment. I do not want us to not walk around here and not talk to each other. Like that's it. We can that's not it. That's not it. And it our conversation ended in such a beautiful way. It was just amazing. Like I just knew it was nobody but God. Like for real, I really did. Like it was nobody but him that was in the midst of, the growth of us, of our unmasking journey as a family, as a unit. So yeah. So I wanted to do, I get this what I want to do, right? Real quick. Oh, I see her making comments. Oh, period. Hey everybody. Thank y'all for joining. Again, yeah, UTCM. We in the building. We gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. I have, so I don't know if everybody knows that's on here, but I did a TikTok-a-thon for the month of May for Mental Health Awareness Month, right? And I did have t-shirts at that event. However, I had one t-shirt left. So I wanted to give it away to somebody tonight. So if you're watching tonight and you wear a size large t-shirt, let me know. Put it in the chat. Type me. The first person who types me that wears a large will be able to get a Living Through Purpose Mental Health Awareness t-shirt. Here you go. Yep. So if you wear a size large, just put it in the chat. Oh, got you, sis. Shanita did it. She said me. I got you. So I will bring your oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Only got one left. And I saw Shanita first. So Shanita, I'll actually, if you at work, text me. I will bring it tomorrow to work. So I can give it to you. Okay. So now also, I don't know. Again, like I said, my title was, my intentional yes, back to the basics, right? And I really feel like God had to remind me that, I did something that was very honorable. I did something that I should be very proud of myself for. Right. And I know I was so hard on myself through the process. It was a hard process, right, to write my book, Unmasking the Covered Me. right? Which is hints to why I started this podcast, right? So I wanted to be a blessing to 3 people tonight. So if you want a t-shirt already, you can't get a book. But if you the first person, no, the first 3 people that have not purchased my book, you put what I want to say. What do I want you to put? I want you to put a heart emoji. The first 3 people that put a heart emoji, right? That and you don't have my book, I will personally give you, if you're in my surrounding area, or mail you your personal signed copy by me. All right, Lashiba, Diane, and Wadia. Got it. Got y'all. Got y'all. So Lashiba and Diane, I will make sure y'all have y'all book on Sunday, your signed copy. And Wadia, whenever we hook up, sis, just let me know. You can text me or give me a call after the podcast, and we'll figure out when I could give you your book. But thank y'all so much. So yeah, I wanted to, be a little blessing tonight, and I wanted to remind myself that, my book not only blessed me, but it'll be a blessing to many people. So I want to be able to continue to, honor what I did. Right? Well, what God allowed me to do, because without Him, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So yeah, I got to make that known, for real, because yeah, He was the one that got me through it. You guys are so welcome. Thank you for your support. Thank y'all for supporting me, for praying for me, for joining on live, for sharing posts, for thanking me for texting you your Wellness Wednesday. Like, I just appreciate all the love and the support and the prayers from people who genuinely care and love what I do, and to continue to push me forward. But I'm learning that I also have to continue to push myself first and foremost, so then I can then be I'm able to receive those pushes from you, right? From you guys, from all of you guys. So I appreciate your love and support, for real. I really, really do. I'm super excited. I feel I got a little butterflies in my stomach right now, because I'm just so happy, just for all the support. It's a true blessing and honor, for real, that you guys actually trust me, and even take the time out to listen, to me, for real, for real. So I guess it's befitting right now. So I'm having technical difficulties, y'all, for real, with all my stuff, my laptops, my printer. My printer don't want to work. It don't want to print my stuff off. I got to figure that all out too. But I always like to, in my episodes, I like to I'm always looking at like different encouraging words, affirmations, and different things like that. My real best friend is also, well, my second best friend is Pinterest. Like, if I I that's where most of all my stuff really come from, right? My Wellness Wednesdays. Like, I just take the time, and like, what I'll choose a word of, like, just a hope, or faith, or trust, and when I type that in, like, all these different things kind of come up, and it just sits with me and resonates with me first. So then I know, because it resonates with me first, I'm quite sure there'll be someone that it will impact, and help, and get them through. That's why I like sending Wellness Wednesdays. If you're not a part of my matter of fact, if you're not a part of my Wellness Wednesday community, because it's a community now. Like, I went from literally sending maybe like 30 messages starting in, it was in 2021, to now I'm up to like 225 people every Wednesday that I send Wellness Wednesdays to. And it's really to kind of like just give you that, like that midweek like encouragement, right? Like, oh, that was the word I needed, because Monday and Tuesday, baby. Okay. So if you are watching my live or will watch my live, maybe, later on, you rewatch it, just send me a message. It's usually a text message. I like doing a text message. I feel like it's so personal. That's what makes it feel so like loving, right? Because you get a personal message, right? And that, I feel like that shows people like, wow, you actually took the time, right? And that was the word that I needed too as well. So I feel like a text message is just, it's just what I desire to do. I'm truly honored, to send out my Wellness Wednesday. So if you're not a part of my Wellness Wednesday committee, just send me a message in Messenger, or if you're watching on YouTube, you can go over to my Facebook page and send me a message on Messenger or DM me on Instagram. I just would need your phone number in order to, have you be a part of the community, because it is through a text message platform. Right. So yeah, I love sending Wellness Wednesdays to my Wellness Wednesday community and family. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I lost my little train of thought because I just went on a tangent. Oh, ha! Back to what I was going to. Thank the Lord. Holy Spirit had me look down. Yes, right. So I wanted to read the encouraging word that I wasn't able to print. The printer is trying to be funny, but we're not going to talk about that. Okay. In the words of my sister Erica, neither here nor there. Okay. So I found this, and I just felt like it was very befitting for tonight, and also encouraging too as well. So I know, again, like I said, if it encourages me, I know it will encourage you. This was meant to find you. Growing through it, I hope you are learning to give yourself the credit you deserve. I hope you are beginning to recognize just how strong you are for pulling yourself through each and every difficult time in your life. I hope you allow this realization to walk with you alongside any obstacles or roadblocks you might encounter along your journey. I hope you know just how capable you are, and that no matter how challenging a situation may seem, you have to encourage, you have the courage to keep moving, to keep growing, and to keep healing. I hope you can look in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you, and really mean it. And above all, I hope you realize just how incredible you are and just how much you deserve your own love. Y'all, I need y'all to put in the chat for me, I'm proud of me. Come on, y'all, type it in the chat. I want to see it. Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. I'm proud of me. Even if you necessarily don't believe it right now, I want you to write it in a chat, and then when this live is over, write it on a piece of paper, write it on a post-it, and I need you to stick it somewhere where you see it every day. Stick it some. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me. Be proud of you. I don't care. Celebrate the small wins, the big wins, the little wins, the small steps, the fact that you got up, that you got out the bed, that you did something. I'm proud, of me. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me. Yes, y'all. Come on, put I'm proud of me in the chat. Yes, 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 yes. I love to see it. I love, love, love to see it. I'm proud of me. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it until I wholeheartedly believe it. And I'm going to do just like what I just told y'all to do. I'm going to write it on my post-it. I'm putting it in my bathroom, and I'm going to put it on my wall at work. I'm going to continue to keep saying that to myself. I'm proud of me. Even for the small steps. Even for the small steps. For real. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all. What else I was getting ready to say? I keep losing my train of thought because I'm so excited. Oh, Naisha. Girl, I'm so excited. I'm just happy just to I'm just so proud of myself, y'all. Because let me tell y'all, for real, transparent, unmasking moment. Like, I really was not going to get on tonight. I promise you. I promise you. I was not. I was not going to do it. And I kept saying, and I'm like, should I do it or shouldn't I do it? And then finally, I had to move me out of the way because I was so in the way. And I'm like, God, like, why do I feel like this? Like, you allowed me to birth, UTCM. Like, why am I feeling so like paralyzed and so like stuck and trapped? Something told me like it had to be Holy Spirit. Like, back to the basics. Take it back to the basics. And you show up for you, that'll make you proud of you. So I just feel like these butterflies right now. It's a kind of like an indescribable feeling of what I'm feeling right now. But God is just so faithful. Whew, God, I just thank you. I thank you through the good, the bad, and the ugly. For real. I really do. I thank y'all so much. I really, really do. I see the comments, but I'm really not. I'm trying, not necessarily trying, but again, like I said, tonight was for me to show up for me. So I'm not necessarily worrying about like doing all the backstage stuff. I feel like too, sometimes I've been getting so caught up with the aesthetics, right? And, oh, how many people are commenting, and, oh, well, how many views did I get? And I'm like, I really feel so content right now with Naisha. You just showed up for you. I really do. It's like I feel like another moment coming on. I feel another moment coming on. Yeah. And I'm not going to be before you guys long tonight. I do have just a couple more other like things to share, like some key points, right? Because I talked about, being the butterfly stuck in a web, right? Which is, it's paralyzing. You can't move, right, comfortably. You can't move and do anything, you know what I'm saying? Being stuck in a place, right, that you can't get out of, right? And it is very uncomfortable, right? So you need to be able to move, right? Even in the uncomfortability, but you need to be able, you can't be trapped in something. It's just not going to work. You know what I'm saying? You can't move. So I kind of like wrote out some key points, I guess, too. And I had to write them out. I couldn't remember them all in my brain. And I was like, Naisha, like, girl, that's all you got. Microsoft Word, type it out. You know what I'm saying? And kind of just read your key points of encouragement, right? Because I think that's what I want to leave with you guys. And today I kept like hearing the number 7. And I'm like, what does the number 7 really mean? Now, I know I've always heard, the number of completion is, 7, right? But I guess I wanted to like dive like a little deeper in it. And I was sharing with 2 of my coworkers today. We were having a whole podcast moment in my office, like we were just sharing and really kind of like, just being transparent, being open, being honest, right? Holding each other accountable, right? Like we were, it was, and it was like so like unscheduled. Like it wasn't even supposed to happen. Like literally one came in and then the other one just kind of like moseyed in. She was supposed to be, she was actually like leaving off the floor and doing something else, but she came in and we just kind of like dived in and really just started to like unmask and uncover, right? And just kind of like just be open and honest. And it was I shared with them about, what I read about the number 7. And this is what it says, right? It says the number 7 is a spiritual number that represents the soul's journey in search of higher understanding. It is associated with inner wisdom, intuition, and guidance, as well as connection to the divine and spiritual realm. The number 7 also encourages introspection and self-reflection and reminds us to make decisions based on our soul purpose. Right? So I think what really stuck out to me the most, y'all, is soul purpose. And that I'm just allowing that phrase to really kind of like just sit with me. Because like getting back to basics, what is my soul purpose? Like, what does that even mean to me? Right? So maybe that could be our assignment, right? Let's and people, you can share with me. You don't have to share it on on in the comments or whatever the case may be, but maybe reach out to me, via Messenger, or send me an email. Like, what is your soul purpose? What is your soul purpose? Yes. So that's what I'm gonna make that my assignment, to write out what is my soul purpose. And the next time that I come on live, maybe I'll do something different, right? Like I'll read off mine, and then maybe, whoever reaches out to me, if you want to share yours, maybe I can bring you in just for that moment, right? To share what your soul purpose is, right? Like have like different people come on. Like, I feel like that'd be dope. That's a little different. Okay, creator, come on, Holy Spirit, dropping these ideas on me, right? I gotta write that down as soon as I get off live, because Jesus, sometimes I don't be remembering. I gotta write it down. Yeah, but I like that idea. So what is your soul purpose? Let that be our assignment. What is your soul purpose? Yeah. Right. So just the key points, right, before we end tonight. Again, I want to thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Just some key points, right, to encourage someone, me, when feeling paralyzed, like a butterfly that's stuck in a web, right? Because I know I'm not alone. I know maybe, other people may feel the same thing too, right? But just don't even know how to necessarily compartmentalize like what that even looks like. How do I even encourage myself, right? Like, we gotta encourage ourselves, right? To get out, because we're the only ones that can get out of the web, right? You gotta get yourself out so you can fly and soar, right? So the first one is acknowledge your feelings. I talked about that as soon as I got on live today. I talked about that allow yourself to feel your emotions. Allow yourself to feel, first of all, right? And if you don't know how to feel, get you a therapist. Get you a therapist. You ain't got to do it by yourself. We got some good therapists. Matter of fact, I think she may be on now. I don't know. She may be working. But I know 3 good therapists. I think one of them though, she has like a waiting list right now, Dr. Shawnee. But I know Pastor Lavelle, soon to be Dr. Cook, Joshe Bonds. And then I also have my therapy group that I go to too as well. But if you're having a challenge with acknowledging your feelings, you don't even know how to feel, you need somebody to help you therapeutically be able to do that, right? Because sometimes you can't do that by yourself. It can become very overwhelming. I'm going to tell you now, get you a therapist. Get you a therapist. It's necessary. It's necessary, right? Right? Because, and I wrote, recognize and accept your emotions without judgment. Like, it's okay to feel stuck sometimes, but you can't stay stuck in that feeling. And that's what my spiritual mother, Pastor Sylvia, she always used to say that to me. Like, you could feel how you need to feel, but you can't stay stuck in those feelings because it paralyzes you. But it's okay for you to feel how you feel. And that's what I'm saying. You got to be able to get you, you know what I'm saying, some solid, you know what I'm saying, people that you can be able to tap in with, but have that therapist that you'll be able to do the work therapeutically for you to be better for you, right? Next thing for me, because right, this was my inside out 2 moment with the emotion anxiety, right? Break down tasks. Divide overwhelming tasks into smaller, manageable tasks. Focus on one small step at a time. I know for me, I'm speaking about me, y'all. Speaking about me. I get so consumed and overwhelmed. Like I have like, okay, I need to do this. But I'm like, oh wait, but I can't do this. But this is important. So, and I feel like everything is important. So everything needs to be done. Everything can't get done at the same time. It's not reality. Naisha, it's not reality. You can't get everything done at one time. So you're gonna have to write out a task list. And I notice, right? I notice when I don't write out a task list at work, I am all over the place. But when I sit down at work, I turn on my computer, open up my email, and then I get my little I cut up like little note papers, right, so I could write out my task list, and I take those note papers and I write down my task list for the day. I get so much done and I get so much accomplished. But if I don't do that, child, let me tell y'all, your girl be all over the place. I'm here to tell you, I'm being honest. I'm telling on myself. Yes, I am. And sometimes I literally be like, yo, it's so much, and I feel like everything gotta get done. I'm not even gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna look at the computer. Oh, then I'm gonna pick up my phone and look at my phone. Like, girl, you ain't getting nothing done by doing that. Right. So I even said I also need to do the same thing at home. Very transparent moment too, because I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a picture of what my podcast studio looked like. It looked like how my brain feel, right? Like if I don't write it down and break it down, all over the place, right? So I'm gonna take a before and I'm gonna take an after picture, right? And it's just gonna be it's transparency. This is what it is. It's unmasking the covered me, unashamed, as my past Lavelle would say, unapologetic, right? About my journey. Yeah. So breaking down those tasks, right? Another thing that is important is, I would say, positive self-talk. I have a couple of things, but I'm kind of like, I just want to, I'm moving them around. Positive self-talk, right? So replacing those negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Remind yourself of your strengths and your past achievements, right? So that's what I talked about, right? You writing on that post-it, I'm proud of me, right? Like, that is that positive self-talk, talking to yourself. And sometimes it's easier said than done. I ain't gonna lie, right? Like when you in your thoughts and you in your head, right, it's hard to kind of pull yourself out. But that's when what comes in being intentional, right? Like taking that moment, sitting yourself down, breathing, right? Like I need to be in control right now of what's going on. Like, all right, breathe this out, Naisha. Like, all right, I'm proud of me. And even if you got to say it through tears, you guys cry, I'm proud of me, right? Like, continue to keep saying it to yourself until you actually believe it, for real. This also is something big for me too. Again, so this is why, again, back to basics, right? I used to do a lot of like deep breathing and meditation. I would at night, I don't really like the TV, but my husband likes the TV. So I will put my earpods in and I will put like on meditation music, right? To kind of go to sleep. And it really helped me. Even like, I remember one time, like I was really, anxious, and I was really like hurt, and I was feeling sad, and I couldn't go to sleep, and I felt it just, my mind just kept going. It just kept racing. It kept racing. Like it just would not slow down. And I thought, I'm like, I'm about to have a panic attack. I put my ear pods in my ear. I put the meditation music on. I began to breathe, and literally I woke up the next morning, right? Like, I mean, the feeling of being hurt and upset didn't go away. It was still there, but it allowed me to bring myself down, right? And then I was able to, when I got up in the morning, I was then able to, you know what I'm saying, reach out to who I needed to reach out to, right? To kind of, talk me down, right, from what I was feeling. So, practicing mindfulness, meditation, and deep breathing exercise to calm your mind and to reduce stress is a huge one, for me, right? These are things that just work for me. What works for me may not work for everybody, right? But why not share it, right? Because it just may. It just may. I wanted I feel like the biggest one for me is understand that process takes time. I'm gonna say that one more time. And I'm saying this one more time for me. Understanding that process takes time. It takes time. So be patient with yourself while going through the process. Right? I was talking to my coworker about this today. Like, we've gone through a lot of stuff, right? In our lives, right? Like, I'm 40 years old. So there's things that have happened, or that, that I've went through, right? And I'm trying to rush to be better. That's the mistake. You can't rush to be better. You can't. It's going to take time. You just got to be willing. You got to be willing to go through it. You got to be willing to go through the process, right? You got to be willing to to feeling those emotions, acknowledging how you feeling, acknowledging those emotions. And I'm not sitting here telling y'all that I have it all together. Like, this is work. That's what process is. It's work. Is work. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to put in the work. Right. And then I also wrote, like, just remembering feeling stuck is temporary. By taking small steps and being kind to yourself, you can gradually find a way out of the web and regain your sense of freedom and purpose. Walking it out. Now walk it out. I should have had that song on. Walk it out. Now walk it out. Hey, now walk it out. Hey. Right. Yeah, okay. I digress. Bring it back, Naisha. Y'all know I love a good dance and a good song. Huh. I couldn't find a song tonight. I was just like, all right, Naisha. But that was my song. Walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. Now walk it out. All right. Yeah. So those are my little, my encouraging key points that I want to leave with y'all tonight. That's all I got. That's all I got. I appreciate everybody for taking the time out from your evening, from your family, from doing what you do, right? Just to come on, sit with me and, listen to me kind of, talk this out. Because this journey is not easy. This journey is not easy at all, and by far. So I'm learning who Naisha is without the mask, which has been very challenging for me. But I'm walking out. I'm walking out. Hey, I walk it out. Hey, I walk it out. That's what I'm doing. I'm walking it out. I'm showing up for me. And as my girl, I think Sarah is on here, my coworker, I'm shooting my shot. When she said that to me, oh, that thing resonated with me so good today. Come on. I know we do. Zane, we do need you. We do. So we can start dancing, right? Oh my goodness. Yes. So I just thank y'all so much. I am gonna pray before I leave, before I log off the live. I just feel in my spirit that I need to pray before I log off. But before I pray again, everybody just have a good evening, have a good Friday, have a good weekend. I'm gonna challenge everybody to do something fun on Saturday. Do something fun. Do something that that brings you joy. Do something that that makes you feel good inside. Do something that shows you that you're proud of you. Like, do something fun this Saturday. Yep, that's it. That's everybody. That's everybody's challenge too. And don't forget about the next solo episode. Um, I'll probably have to streamline it a little bit better, but you know, write out what your soul purpose is. What's your soul purpose? Write that out. Write that thing out. Okay? I'm putting y'all up to the challenge. So that's y'all homework. My therapist always giving me homework. Now I'm starting to give people homework. My God. It's my therapist's fault. It's my therapist's fault. I'll be fighting with her too. But she we're getting better. We're getting on a better track. So shout out to my therapist. I appreciate you, Rachel. I really, really do. All right. That's enough, y'all. I love y'all. Yes, what is your soul purpose, sis? There you go. That's the assignment. Write it out and do it. So Heavenly Most Gracious Father, we just thank you, oh God. We thank you for another day, oh God. We thank you for this day, oh God, in particular, because it is the day that you have made, oh God, and we will rejoice and be glad in it, God. God, I just ask you right now, oh God, just to be with each and every individual that is represented on this live right now, oh God, and each and every individual that will watch this live, oh God, that something will be able to resonate with them, oh God, that they will be able to cut themselves and get themselves from being paralyzed and in that spider web, oh God. So they'll be able to fly, oh God, and do the things that you have called them to do, oh God. Even through the fear, oh God, even through the uncomfortability, oh God, even through the uncertainty, oh God, even through the unknown, oh God, that we will be able to just fly free, oh God, because we know that you are leading and guiding and protecting us, oh God, and shielding us, oh God, and just loving us, oh God, for who we are, oh God, even through all the emotions that we have, you still love us, oh God. You're not going to turn your back on us, oh God. You're going to continue to allow us to be able to stand 10 toes down, oh God. You're going to allow us to be able to fall, oh God, and you'll be able to pick us right back up, oh God. So God, I just ask you to continue to wrap your arms, your loving arms around, oh God, each and every person that will watch this live and that is watching this live now, oh God. Just continue to lead them and guide them in a way like never before, oh God. Allow them to be able to see themselves out of the same lens that you see them through, oh God, that they'll be able to find what their true soul purpose is so they can live through their purpose, oh God. God, continue to push us forward, oh God, in you, oh God, to do the things that we're scared to do, oh God. To take the leap, oh God, and just shoot our shot, oh God, and to continue to be proud, oh God, of the baby steps that you allow us to take, oh God. And we know that we can't do any of these things without you, oh God. So God, I just ask you right now to just cover this prayer right now, oh God. Sign, seal, and deliver it, oh God, in you, oh God. It's in your precious name that we pray for all of these things to be done in your will. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. Good night.